Merci bon Dieu, my whole self good. Pour Philippe Pierre, my whole self good. Fâché si yo vle, my whole self good. Makawe misère, en bas Pierre. What about universal health coverage? Free healthcare if you over 80 years of age. When I hear unemployment, it goes down. And they bring back and they pour Philippe Pierre, my whole self good. Fâché si yo vle, my whole self good. Makawe misère, en bas Pierre. Merci bon Dieu, my whole self good. Pour Philippe Pierre, my whole self good. Fâché si yo vle, my whole self good. Makawe misère, en bas Pierre. So if I ever doubted you, we are sorry for being rude. Cause we believe this government go deliver the hospital Saint Jude. Merci bon Dieu, my whole self good. Merci bon Dieu, my whole self good. Hey Dad, don't feel it cold. Colox, Tanzanadula. You're off, you're off, you're off, you're off, you're off, Manu, food, flavor off. You're fini at your right off. Elisha, Utos office, Jeremiah for me could not find your good flavor off. That's why I've been there right off. Elisha, Utos office, Jeremiah for me could not. The only number for me could not is Jeremiah. Who we voting for? Jeremiah. The other one is Hilaire.
Good afternoon, sisters. Oh, that's a powerful mic. I need to tone it down a little bit. Good afternoon, sisters and brothers of labor. Good afternoon, sisters and brothers of labor. Moi, ça va chaidi zot la depuis 10 bon matin. So many of you are tired. But I need you to muster up that labor energy and that labor strength, because this afternoon it is very important to us, all of us who are here today, and all of those who are watching online from their sets, their TVs, on Choice TV, and on the Saint Lucia Labour Party social media platforms. Because today is our Conference of Delegates. I almost said 2026, but it's 2025 Conference of Delegates for the Saint Lucia Labour Party. First off, I would like to say welcome once again and recognize our political leader, Prime Minister, the Honorable Philippe J. Pierre, Deputy Leader, Honorable Ernest Hilaire. We must apologize, Sean Edwards is not here with us today. Our party chairman, the Honorable Moses Jabatis, who did a wonderful job in the closed session. Our General Secretary, Mr. Leo Clark. The parliamentary representatives, Dr. Chandali Haraksing, a special mention also to the parliamentary representative of CHOISEUL Saltibus. I have to call him out because we are in his constituency. Jacques Fo, Kozaye. All right. Isn't it lovely to be back home with Labour? And I know that the microphone is very loud so the people in La Reunion can hear my voice. I know that you guys are happy to be back in the bosom of Labour, so welcome back. We have 3 ambassadors with us here today. We have Her Excellency Nicole Shu, we have Leif Escalona, and we have Janelis Guelefoles. I hope I did that correctly. And those of you who are watching at home via our social media platforms, most distinguished delegates, welcome to the Conference of Delegates for 2025. Of course, our theme is moving forward together. That is the theme that we used throughout the campaign. And did we move forward together? Didn't we move forward together? And we will continue to do so for the next 5 years, and 5 again, and 5 again, and 5 again. Because with the Saint Lucia Labour Party, there is continued progress. I'm getting goosebumps because I feel like I'm in the campaign, but you know, campaign season is over, so we'll take what we can get right now. But I want to say to you, the delegates, that you are the heartbeat of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. You are the ones who have sacrificed your time and your efforts and your energy. You are the ones who rally the people within your constituency. So give yourself a round of applause. Because I know that the parliamentary representatives have said thank you. But let us say thank you to each other. And let's do it like the pastors when they say look to your neighbor and say thank you. Wonderful, wonderful. Now I know that our program has run on a bit today, so we're going to go straight into the opening session program right now. Of course, please, ladies and gentlemen, if you could join me by standing so we can sing the national anthem of Saint Lucia, followed by our party anthem. I believe the DJ has the instrumental for the national anthem. If not, I have to sing the 3 verses. We don't want that. We don't want it to rain today. DJ? Give me a signal. Thank you very much. Please remain standing for our party anthem. Okay. The people's flag is deepest red. It shrouded out our martyr dead. And ere their limbs grew stiff and cold, their heart's blood died to every fold. Everybody together. Then raised the starlit standard high. Beneath its folds we'll live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors snare, we'll keep the red flag flying here. It waved above our infant might when all ahead seemed dark as night. It witnessed many deed and vow. We must not change its color now. All together, then raise the solid standard high. Beneath its fields we'll live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors snare, we'll keep the red flag flying here. It well recalls the triumphs past. It gives the hope of peace at last. The banner bright, the symbol plain of human rights and human reign. Then raise the solid standard high. Beneath its fields we'll live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors snare, we'll keep the red flag flying here. It suits today the meek and base, whose minds are fixed on pelf and place, to cringe beneath the rich man's frown and hold that sacred emblem down. Then raise the solid standard high. Beneath its veils we'll live and die. Though cowards flinch and traitors snare, we'll keep the red flag flying here. Thank you, sisters and brothers of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Wonderful. Please remain standing for a word of prayer. I would like to call on Sister Winifred.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Let's put ourselves in a mode of prayer. We are praying in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we want to give you thanks this day, dear God, thus far. We want to thank you, dear God, for this beautiful weather which you have bestowed upon us today. We also want to thank you, dear God, in a special way for that great victory which you have bestowed upon the people of Saint Lucia and the government and all its leaders. We pray that, dear God, you have your way in each and every one of them. You manifest your power over them, dear God. You continue to let your light shine upon them. And I ask that you, O God, you cover each and every one of them from the strands of the hair to the soles of the feet with your healing and your precious Lord. Father, we pray for all of us who are here and those who are unable to be with us. We pray that you continue to guide us, to bless us, O God, in a way pleasing to you. Father, we also want to thank you for the many gifts which you have bestowed upon us. Father, we want to give you thanks. We want to give you praise, O God. Father, we also want to thank you for everything you have given us. And we want to thank you, dear God. I'm also praying in a special way for Kifo, Lord. Father, I'm praying for Kifo. I pray that I have laid him in the palm of your right hand, O God, he and his family. Continue to provide for them. Continue to be with them at every endeavors. Father, I give you thanks for the many blessings of this day. And I pray that after this session, dear God, you grant each and every one of us traveling mercies to our various homes. May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart remain with each and every one of us. In the mighty name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. At this moment, I'd like to call on a very special band. They're called the Shack Shack Band. And they are Meshach and the Agalo. Please put your hands together for them. You need the mic, Meshach?
right. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together again for the Shak Shak Band. That is Mishak and Agolo. Of course, CHOISEUL is full of talent, and I know we have a very proud parliamentary representative here today. But before we move on, we must apologize for, well, 3 of our parliamentary representatives who are unable to be with us today. First of all, to the constituency of Labrie. I know you guys are ever so spirited, Labrie. It's very nice to see you out in full numbers here today. Give yourselves a round of applause. Labrie always represents with their 82% victory. Wonderful, but your parliamentary representative could not be with us today, as well as Denry North. Honorable Sean Edwards could not be with us today, and Honorable Keson Kazimi. But they do send their apologies as well. We move forward with our program, and I would like to call on the chairman of our beloved party, the Honorable Moses Jabatis, representative for Vieux-Fort North. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our party chairman.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, my brothers and sisters. I greet you, my brothers and sisters, with joy. I recognize the political leader and Prime Minister, the political leader of the Saint Lucia Labour Party, Honorable Philip J. Pierre. I recognize the first deputy leader of the Saint Lucia Labour Party, Dr. Ernest Hilaire, parliamentary representative for Castries South. Honorable Philip J. Pierre, of course, is from Castries East. I also recognize the parliamentary representative for CHOISEUL Saltibus, none other than Keson Charles, the Honorable Keson Charles. I am so happy to say it, the Honorable Keson Charles. Other cabinet colleagues, I also recognize the President of the Senate, Honorable Alvina Reynolds, the Speaker of the House, Honorable Claudius Francis, senators who are here with us, honorable members, good afternoon. I also recognize our friends, the members of the Diplomatic Corps, other invited guests, delegates, heads of delegations, officers of the party, one and all, good afternoon. Congratulations to all leaders at the constituency level. Congratulations to all the campaigners, the workers, those of you who walk from house to house, those who convinced others, those who held the hands of some who doubted. Congratulations and compliments to the leadership of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. I recognize the team led by our Prime Minister, the team which worked day and night in little corners of houses which will be unnamed, night and day, to guide the constituencies to ensure that we brought home the victory. Thanks to all comrades for your conduct during this morning's closed session. Thanks for returning me, Moses Musa Jebatis, as your chairman for the 9th consecutive conference. I pledge to continue to work with our political leader and the officers of our party to achieve the goals of our party. Congratulations to the elected officers of our party. Let's renew our commitment to our party and to Saint Lucia, my brothers and sisters. Delegates, comrades, Saint Lucia, friends, we have been given a spanking mandate by the electorate. Saint Lucians, by our collective actions, sent a very strong message to us. Yes, to us, our party. A very strong message to our political leader, to the leadership of our government. And that message acknowledged, of course, the work of our government between 2021 and 2026. But it also signaled a deep desire for our leadership to continue to accelerate the transformation of our country in all areas, my brothers and sisters. What happened on December 1st, 2025 was a clarion call by the people of Saint Lucia to the Saint Lucia Labour Party. And they shouted, we shouted to our leaders and said, take this country forward. Let's move together. Let's move forward together in new areas. Accelerate the pace of development and let us grow together. Comrades, all St. Lucians, our friends, our partners, let us roll up our talents. Let us gather all our strength and let us move forward together. Mokawi merci tout le monde qui travaille dans l'élection en décembre l'année passée. Tous ces leaders, ces communes, ces constituencies, tout le monde qui est en Saint Lucie, qui est l'autre pays, qui travaille à les social media, qui vient Saint Lucie, vient voter, vient travailler avec Honorable Philippe J. Pierre, avec Saint Lucia Labour Party. Je veux remercier tout le monde qui travaille avec Honorable Philippe J. Pierre, ça a commencé à continuer à mettre le gouvernement ensemble pour nous continuer à travailler. Ça me dit c'est grande quantité, la victoire, ça là nous joignons. Jean Saint Lucie qui a dit gouvernement Labour. Avec vous avez Honorable Philippe J. Pierre mené des candidats indépendants en dit dans le gouvernement. C'est Jean Saint Lucie qui a dit gouvernement ça là. En nous avancer développement en pays Saint Lucie. En nous changer pays, continuellement changer pays pour aller devant. Avec n'amène tout le monde qui est partisan étoile là. Tout le monde qui a écouté, tout Saint-Lucien, ou ça l'autre pays, ou ça Saint-Lucie, on vient ensemble pour travailler ensemble pour mettre Saint-Lucie devant. I thank you, my brothers and my sisters. Good conference. Congratulations to Honorable Philippe J. Pierre and his leadership, my brothers and sisters. Let's hear it for Honorable Philippe J. Pierre. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live Honorable Philippe J. Pierre and all the members of the executive, all the delegates, all the soldiers who have fought for decades to ensure that the Saint Lucia Labour Party keeps moving Saint Lucia forward. One love, my brothers and sisters. One love. Thank you.
The mood is red. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. The mood is ready. Oh, yo, 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 yo.
You just heard there from our party chairman. Let's put our hands together one more time for our party chairman, sisters and brothers. He has said congratulations to all of you because you all worked diligently. You all worked so hard for this victory. And it is your right to celebrate and be proud of your achievements. And as we do so, I'd like to call on a brother from Micoud South, Johnson Charles, who performed for us here tonight. Let's give him some encouragement.
One. My Labour people, Labour Party family, how you doing? Let me tell you, it's absolutely a great pleasure to stand right here in front of you. But let me ask you, do you know what you achieve on December 1st? Do you know what you achieve on December 1st? If you know, I want you to help me, because this song is very easy. But you know on December 1st what we gave them? Do you know what we gave them? Do you know what we gave them? DJ, hit me.
My Labour people.
My Labour people. Nubayo. Nubayo. You ready? Delay to view forth. In Denry North. In Denry South. If you know this song, I know some of you have it. Listen. Tikwa. Tikwa. 16 to 1. We shut them down. 16 to 1.
Flabo fell down.
16 to 1.
Flabo fell down.
16 to 1. Take it back from the top, DJ. We just getting ready. We in pre-celebration mode. Because you know December 1st was a time that will always go down in history. So let's go. Tikwa, Tikwa. Zile to view fort. In Denry North. In Denry South. In view fort North. In view fort South. Tikwa. 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 16 to 1. We shut them down. 16 to 1.
Flabo fell down.
16 to 1.
Flabo fell down.
16 to 1.
In Castries North.
Tikwa.
Castries South.
Tikwa. What we give them? Tikwa.
Castries East.
Tikwa.
Castries Central.
Tikwa.
Castries South East.
Tikwa.
We could not.
Tikwa.
In Labowie.
Tikwa.
We mashed them up.
16 to 1. We shut them down. 16 to 1.
Flabo fell down.
Flabo fell down. C'est Tikwa tout partout. C'est Tikwa tout partout.
Flabo crying.
C'est Tikwa tout partout.
Flabo hiding.
C'est Tikwa tout partout. Are you agree? Salubayo. Let me hear you serious ones right now. We give them Tikwa. Levez la main. Levez la main. Levez la main. Levez la main. 16 to 1. I want to put yours in the air. 16 to 1. Levez la main, Labour Party. Sambo fell down. We give them up. 16 to 1. Levez la main, way. 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 Levez, 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 levez. We give them up. 16 to 1. Levez, levez. Tikwa en tout partout. Tikwa en tout partout. It was a pleasure. This is just a journey. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, 16 to 1, he says, put your hands together for Johnson Charles from Micoud South. Now, speaking of Micoud South, we have a very, very special person coming to take the podium right now. She was very courageous, she fought well, and even after, she still remained present. And we are speaking about none other than Dr. Shanda Lee Harson.
Mama Labour! You know, I've really missed saying that. But I would like to thank our political leader and our Honorable Prime Minister for adding me to his cabinet. And I'd also like to thank him for his wisdom and for being such a wonderful and remarkable human being. I thank you, sir. And to my people of Miku South, I thank you for your support. And I would just like to say that I am not perfect. I will make mistakes. I have no problems with receiving criticism because this is how you learn and this is how you grow. However, all I ask is that you're respectful when you make your comments. And as a leader, I will work assiduously to bring Miku South back together, to bridge the divide of Miku South. And my promise to you is that we will bring Miku South back to the Saint Lucia Labour Party where it rightfully belongs. So long live the Honorable Philip J. Pierre. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. And long live Saint Lucians. Thank you.
Comrades, we're in a mood tonight. The mood is red.
Mamai Miku.
The mood is red.
From Diga to T2.
The mood is red.
What is the answer? Who you voting for, Shanda?
And she will be there in the next 5 years. And when you put that tikwa, you put it next to? That's right. We're supporting Dr. Chandeli Haraxing. At this moment, we're going to take the conversation up to the northern region of Saint Lucia. This is a man who came in calm and cool, but boy, was he deadly in the ballot box. And I'm speaking about John Paul. John Paul. John Paul Estefan.
Good evening. Mama Labour. Mama Labour. You know, I have a happy heart. And they say, I have a grateful heart. And they say, if you have a grateful heart, then you must have a happy heart. Let me recognize our political leader. By the way, say congratulations. Man, you won today. Congratulations. I want the whole world to know that our Prime Minister is a Man U fan and Man U won today. Congratulations. Let me recognize my colleague minister, Honorable Ernest, who is the Minister of Tourism, among the other portfolios in the ministry. The other members of the hierarchy of the party, Comrade Musa, Comrade Leo Clark, our dignitaries from the diplomatic corps. It's really, really a pleasure to be here, and I am so, so grateful. I must thank the hierarchy of the Saint Lucia Labour Party for selecting John Paul to be the candidate for Babono in the last general elections. For me, it was a bold and brave move, and I believe that I have given them reason to celebrate 3,918 votes. That is the most any candidate, irrespective of what party that you are in, have received in Babono. And then we did that. And a margin of 1,171 is even greater. I know that we want to move forward together, and that is important, and leadership is very, very important. And I am so blessed that I am part of the Saint Lucia Labour Party, because we have one of the greatest prime ministers in Saint Lucia, and that is Philip J. Pierre, our 7-star general. But not only that, in terms of the other leaders, like the secondary leaders, Honorable Ernest Hilaire plus Sean Edwards, we have a core of leaders that can take the party forward, our chairman, our general secretary. And today what you witness is democracy at its best. And this is something that we need to celebrate. I know as the minister in Ministry of Tourism, I want to thank the Prime Minister for that. What we want to ensure is that we can create the avenue to ensure that St. Lucians achieve what we call economic empowerment, and that is very important. And I want to work with my colleague, Honorable Hilaire, so that we can ensure that Babono is the eco-tourism capital of Babono, of St. Lucia, sorry. Let me just repeat that. I just want to work with my colleague, Honorable Ernest Hilaire, to ensure that Babono is the eco-tourism capital of St. Lucia. And before I end, let me just say congratulations to I want to think of him as my little brother, Kifo. I'm happy to be in CHOISEUL. Thank you very much, CHOISEUL, for welcoming and embracing us. And I wish everybody safe journey back home. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live Philippe J. Pierre. Good night, my brothers and sisters. Thank you.
John Paul representing for one who know and for all.
You see,
John Paul is for all.
I think all of us miss that nice music, that campaign music. I even heard some people say we need an election campaign, a monarch next election. So maybe that's something Honorable Ernest Hilaire can consider. But sisters and brothers, you see, this constituency and this parliamentary representative came out with his campaign with a warning. He told them that there is only one N in Micoud North, and they didn't listen. But then on December 1st, we proved to them that cell N, I'd like to call on the Honorable Jeremiah Norbert. Micoud North, where are you?
Don't feel it cold. Colox, Tanzanadula. You're off, you're off, you're off, you're off, you're off, Manu.
Good flavor off, your Finiak, you're right off. Elisha Utos off is Jeremiah. Good flavor off, except flavor still off. Mama Ileba. Mama Ishwaze is Saltivis. Good evening, brothers and sisters of labor. Let me tell you, anytime we get a little platform, Butofwedi Kapwemwe. And I trust the Prime Minister's judgment, and I knew that he called the election on December 1st. Me pa mati pudo. According to the lafev, me still devly campaign. Let me acknowledge our Prime Minister, Philippe Joseph Pierre, and the other members of Cabinet, other parliamentarians. I see we have some individuals from the diplomatic corps with us here tonight. I say good evening to you. But most importantly, our delegates, I say a special good evening to you. Micoud North, good evening. And when the last time nous voyons un nous cell N, c'est JN. Et que vous fait accorder au pas de gâton. Et que when December 1st comes, there will be no talking, no shouting. Those of them who said that we won Micoud North by a floops, I tell them to think again. And if they think December 1st was good, under the leadership of Philippe Joseph Pierre, I have absolutely no doubt that when the next election is called, Mouni pou tremble la yo diose against Jeremiah Norbert yon pou mouti Micoud North. And I say that, brothers and sisters, because the Saint Lucia Labour Party that I'm part of is more than an organization. It is something, it is an institution that has meaning, that has value. And Philippe J.P. always tells you, it is a party that stands on the philosophy of putting people first. And I am proud, as Labour Party people, we can go anywhere. Nous say choisir, nous say Micoud for anywhere in this country and say why we are proud to be members of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Anybody here can give you several reasons why they are part of a Saint Lucia Labour Party organization. a party that has done more for the people of Saint Lucia. And this Labour Party has done more for the people of Saint Lucia than any other political party, than any other administration before us. And I say that without fear or favor. For me, as a young man, the best thing that could have happened to me was joining Labour at the time that I joined Labour. And joining under the stewardship and the leadership of Philippe Joseph Pierre was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And I don't say it to massage his ego. I say it because I believe it. I live it and I see it. And everybody can see what this man has done for this Saint Lucia, this country, Saint Lucia. Everywhere you go, from infancy to elderly, you can see the work of this Labour Party administration. So I had no doubt that when December 1st came, that this Saint Lucia Labour Party would reign again. And I'm somebody who believes in trend. I'm not a mathematician, but I believe in trends. I believe in patterns. I believe in sequences. And you see 15-2, you see 16-1. I don't need to tell you what follows next in line. And those of you who understand sequences, understand what's coming next in line. And yes, we have to celebrate, brothers and sisters. Yes, we have to enjoy the victory. We have to bask in our glory and in the victory. But I know that there is work to be done. And I have no doubt, absolutely none, full conviction in my heart that the men and women of this Saint Lucia Party are ready and willing to do the work ahead of us. I have absolutely no doubt that Philippe Joseph Pierre, and the reason I have no doubt because he's proven, is not a man that we wonder in what he will do. We have seen what he has done. He has been tried, tested, he has passed 10-year tests. And I know if there is one thing that will bring glory to his heart, is when we meet that next number, that next sequence, 17-0. The work for the next election, and he reminded us, and I think those of you who were not present at the session this morning, Brother Musa told us that we have 40-something months left, which means that the work has started and it will continue. So I want to say to the people of Micoud North, thank you. Thank you for your unwavering support. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for your sacrifice, your trust, and your belief in me. And thank you for electing me for a second time to serve as your parliamentary representative. I have absolutely no doubt and no fear that Sean has his own range already, Sean again and again and again. We'll find our own. Melakaini Jeremiah for a shaita in Micoud North. Jeremiah will be there for a very long time in Micoud North. So I want to thank everybody. I want to thank the delegates for the hard work that you put in. A lot of times you think your work goes unnoticed. But those of us at the forefront, we understand that it is because of people like you that people like me can stand where I am today. And I want to say that we love you and we appreciate you. We appreciate the work that you put in. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live Philippe Joseph Pierre. And long live the people of Saint Lucia. Thank you, brothers and sisters, and good evening.
You heard it from Jeremiah Norbert, the Honorable Jeremiah Norbert. As Labour Party supporters, we can go anywhere in St. Lucia and list the reasons why we support our party, why we love our party, and why we will continue to be supporters and paying members of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. And you got the examples of that during the campaign season, because our Prime Minister and his cabinet of ministers, they spoke about positivity, they spoke about progress, they spoke about moving forward together. And that is what the campaign was moved upon. That is what the campaign was all about. So are we proud members of the Saint Lucia Labour Party? Wonderful. Right now I'd like to call on once again, but he's coming on by himself this time, a performer whom all of we know very well. Put your hands together for Meshach.
Yeah, glory be to the Father, to the Son, to the whole mother of iration. Jah Rastafari. All who stay sick, nourished, naked, clothed, edge protected, and the infants cared for. Make some noise. Yes, Mr. Philip J. Pierre, welcome. Welcome to CHOISEUL. We'd like to see the delegates and we'd love to see your faces in CHOISEUL every time. Selectors, squeeze me. This is the voice of the sufferer. And I accept death for judgment to all black and white dumb praisers. Justice shall... Let me hear you. All right. Fire, 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 fire. Get the judgment for the no praise. Hey. Fire, fire, fire. Let me hear you. Like that. Swing. Mr. Greedy Joe. Yeah. Boom. Put it up, selector. Put it up. Big respect for Mr. Philip J. Pierre. Yes, people come first. And I would love to see his face in CHOISEUL. He and his delegates, please come. We need that help. Come again, selector. Yes, we love you. Fire, 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 fire. Get the judgment for the don't press a man. Fire, 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 fire. What the fire for this? Mr. Greedy Joe, he alone. We're on the show. Spread out the wings like he alone, I feel grow. Everything you ask the man, he said tomorrow, I'm waiting in a bed, don't dare in a sorrow. Greedy Joe, will make you balance for fire. Give me a mix. Well, son of the soil, born on the aisle. Give me back me smile, give me what we credit, give me back we spoil. Want to live life like you and your child. Everyone is equal in the Father's eyes. Remember the needy when you have your Christmas pie. Emperor Selassie, I will be standing by.
Remember the hungry.
I hear them cry. Wake up this morning, Mr. Greedy Joe. Yeah. Put it up. All who believe in love. New dreams. Yes. You know good enough present peace for us to get together. Love and identity. Sing. Why yo? Let me hear you. Mike. Whoa. So then again. New as new vibes. Well, new dreams tonight, yeah. In this judgment, can someone hear my cry? Well, new as new vibes I'm singing. New dreams tonight. Alright, the children living in the dark have seen the great light. Okay, hey, you leaders, maintain your. Stop riding the children, cause there ain't no mule. Teach them love, makes the world go round. Laughing love makes the world go round and round and round. Sing that song. Up the ladies, let's pick up all the women there, you know, who rally around, you know what's right. You know, because the youth's there in the struggle and the youth's there in the problems. Okay? So we big up the woman and then we love them up, you know? So the youths and them can follow up. Big up yourself, selector. Come again. This one is large and international. Yeah.
Na, 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 na.
And I say, weep not, daughters of Saint Lucia. Hey.
Na, 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 na,
here comes the King of Salem to comfort you. And I say, yes.
na, na, na,
I love a girl. And I can tell to the whole wide world.
na, 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 na,
Yeah. Oh, no. An Ethiopian princess. She make my heart, can make my heart go fonder. An Ethiopian princess. She said she loves me, yeah. Make I wonder. Oh, yes. Well, ever since that day, she came walking my way, yeah. She brightened my life, set my heart on fire. Wow. Well, she's a touch of fire.
angel,
Yo, angel,
my lion lady.
Come sit on this throne with me now and make my burden much louder. An Ethiopian princess. She make my heart, girl, make my heart go fonder. An Ethiopian princess. That girl I know, her love is like a fever. Let me tell you now. Oh, Zion. Take it away, selector. Take it away. Yeah, take it away. We can't run the whole show because, you know, we got the last show. And this one is for, hold on. This one is for Venezuela. Right now, this one is for the Venezuelans going through the hard time. And I know, Saint Lucia, you love the vibes, you know, and we respect that. And we respect Venezuela. We will have to talk on behalf of Venezuela, all right? Yeah, big up yourself, Mr. Arthur. Yes, Auntie Emma, I know you're there. Come again, this one is world peace. We have to say something on behalf of the Venezuelans because we love them, you know, say. Yeah? Come again, selector. You ready? Yeah! From the new album. Hey! Well, who will listen to the voices crying out for peace, asking when will the war cease? Yeah. Well, mothers crying for their babes, while others crying out for family. War casualty, it really hurts my heart to see. So tell me, when will humanity come to an agreement for the disarmament of armament for betterment? I feel the United Nations, they really ought to know that nuclear power isn't the answer, the only way to go. All right, people will peace, will peace, will peace. Listen, please, please, please. One love, one heart for world peace. Outcry, world peace, world peace, world peace. Listen, please, please, please. Let's sing a reggae song for world peace and sing Shalom, Shalom, Salem, Shalala, 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 again, Shalom, Shalom, Salem, Shalala. All right, one black love, you know, keep it straight. Yeah, we love you.
CHOISEUL is full of talent. Soisez ben talent. Now, I saw you on your feet a while ago, and I'd like to invite you, since we are in your home, to stand on your feet as we welcome your parliamentary representative, Mamai Soisez Salty Beast. Let us welcome the Honorable Keson Charles.
Listen up. Time to build, time to grow. With Kifo, you don't know. We better together. Yeah. From the hills of Salty Bars to the shores of CHOISEUL. Man of the people, you Kifo know it well. Walking with the youth, talking to the wise. He's got love in his heart and a fire in his eyes. No promises in the breeze. He planting roots like trees, development and peace. He bringing that with ease.
Better together, stand up and shine.
And keep leading
the way.
Now is the time. Forward ever, backward never.
Thank you, Mr. DJ. I know when I stand here, I speak for all of CHOISEUL Saltibus when I say a heartfelt thank you. Saint Lucia Labour Party, Honorable Philippe J. Pierre, General Secretary, thank you for coming to CHOISEUL Saltibus. We missed you. So to sound like my Prime Minister, can I say, comrades, brothers and sisters of Labour, Saint Lucia, welcome home. Welcome to CHOISEUL Saltibus. Let me observe the established protocol, but allow me to acknowledge the captain of our ship, the steady hand guiding this nation forward. our political leader and Prime Minister of Saint Lucia, Honorable Philippe Joseph Pierre. The best Prime Minister in the region, not just in Saint Lucia. To our specially invited guests, I see you all. My cabinet and parliamentary colleagues, the diplomatic corps, our stalwarts and delegates, and the true heartbeat of this movement, the people of labor, here and watching across the globe. Good evening. Bonsoir, bonsoir frère épicé. My friends, it's a privilege to welcome you once again to the proud and resilient constituency of CHOISEUL Saltibus. And it's good to bring labor back to CHOISEUL Saltibus. You are not gathered at an ordinary place. We are here on special ground. We are here on sacred soil, like I said earlier today. This is a place that has always stood or understood the struggle and has always answered it with action. That is why I am here today. CHOISEUL exports world-class craft. I said that this morning. CHOISEUL exports world-class produce. And yes, no other place in the universe grows sweet potatoes like CHOISEUL. But amongst CHOISEUL's greatest export has always been leadership. And I repeat these things because it is relevant and it is important. It is something that I need to drive home. Think Dr. Kenny D. Anthony. Think George Theophilus. Think Dr. Augustine King Bolo Charles. And think of the very roots of our Prime Minister, Philippe Joseph Pierre. Il sorti ini la famille la Fague. Est-ce what ça? Chosbol l'école la Fagla. So he thought I did not know, but I've done my investigations. The soil grows giants, giants. And I know Brother Hilaire wants to claim that he's from CHOISEUL too. I'll give you all some more on that at a later time. In 1950, Saint Lucia operated on the restricted franchise. You could only vote if you met strict property and income requirements. Out of a population of roughly 79,500, only 2,553 people were eligible to vote. But when the cry for freedom rang out in 1951, Saint Lucia chose labor. CHOISEUL was then independent labor, but it would soon become full-fledged labor. We are labor to the bone. The freedom to choose our own government was not the end of the journey. We continued to push forward. We continued to build. That is why in 1963, under the guidance of Father Chauvet, our people founded our CHOISEUL Credit Union, not by waiting, but by working together. They pooled their resources. They pooled their pennies. They trusted one another. They took responsibility for their future. That is the spirit of CHOISEUL Saltibus. That is the spirit of the South. And that is the spirit of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. It is why the South has always stood firm for labor, not out of habit, but out of conviction. And as we fast forward to today, every generation is tested, not by the history it inherits, but by how it responds to the moments it faces. Today, we are living in different times. However, today, as Minister of Physical Development and Public Utilities, I am proud to serve a constituency built by strong hands and steady minds. I honor those who carried this constituency before me. Honorable Evans Coljon, he took a trip all the way from the north when I started the campaign just to meet with me. I thank him for that. Honorable Ferguson John, who's not in the best of health, our prayers continue to be with him. And Honorable Lon Theophilus, son of George Theophilus, continues to help CHOISEUlians in all their endeavors with the scholarships and even financing loans at very low interest rates. Thank you. They laid foundations. They opened pathways. And because of their work, and because of the hard work of the people of CHOISEUL on December 1st, we can say it clearly and confidently, CHOISEUL is back home. CHOISEUL is back with Labour. CHOISEUL has returned to the star. And CHOISEUL is never going back. I tell you, we have to do the succession planning. Because after I'm gone, although I'm just getting here, we have to get the other successor to stay with Labour. CHOISEUL back à vie flambeau. Friends, comrades, our theme is moving forward together. And at this moment in our national life, with global uncertainty, economic pressure, and rising expectations, those words matter. Moving forward together. Because moving forward together requires leadership. My friends, it requires calm. It requires credibility. Our patrimony doesn't have a price. It requires a man with humility. And across Saint Lucia, a name is being spoken, my friends, with pride. And by adversaries, with respect. I said that this morning as well. And it has to be driven home. Even those on the other side, when they speak of him with respect. They are calling our political leader Moses. You all must have heard them some weeks ago or some days ago. They call our political leader Moses. And whatever their reasons, and I am sure they have their own, I know this. When workers were trapped in low wages, he delivered a minimum wage. When our people demanded healing, he delivered us, thank God, St. Jude Hospital. It is being equipped and it is being commissioned. When our youth needed opportunity, he delivered the youth economy. And we have so many young persons who are happy today, or happier in CHOISEUL Saltibus, because they have established their own small businesses. I'm proud of them. Thank you, Prime Minister. Yes, this man is like Moses. Like Moses, he is not a man of theatrics or spectacle. He is a man of humility, a man of patience, and a man of delivery. He led this country out of the Egypt of excuses. And Honorable Philip Joseph Pierre is leading us, moving forward together into a future of stability, progress, and shared opportunity. So today, from CHOISEUL to Castries, from the south to the north, let us take confidence in who we are and where we are going. We are united. We are disciplined. We are better together. And we are ready, not just to govern, but to build. So comrades, I say to you, relax. Enjoy CHOISEUL Saltibus. Enjoy our warm people. Breathe in the fresh air of CHOISEUL Saltibus and the south. I know it's too late for you to see the beauty of the pitons. After come back next weekend. We'll be happy to have you. And feel the spirit of unity and the victory in this place. Long live the constituency of CHOISEUL Saltibus. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live our political leader, Philip Joseph Pierre. I thank you on behalf of the people of CHOISEUL Saltibus.
Roads getting better, the future looking bold. Farmers in the field, fishers on the sea. Keep got a plan for you and for me. No division, no strife, just a better way of life.
One thing, CHOISEUL, so many people say they love your song. CHOISEUL and Saltibus, better together. Wonderful. And I've been monitoring our online presence, and somebody had a message for their parliamentary representative, Kifo. He wanted to say, don't forget to say that CHOISEUL has the nicest shabins in St. Lucia. I can't speak on that. All I can say is, that in the Saint Lucia Labour Party, yes, we have nice shabin, dark skin, brown skin, but it's beauty and brains, and it goes hand in hand. And when we speak about beauty and brains, I can think of one lady, and that lady conquered the Castries Southeast seat. Let us put our hands together for the Honorable Lisa Joelle.
Lisa, we voting for. Lisa, we voting for. Hey, Lisa, we voting for. Let we go, let we go, let we go. Hey, Lisa, that there, straight out of forest, yeah. Southeast, a breath of fresh air. We don't want that guy there. Hey, no time to waste. We putting Lisa in the place. They have to brace. We putting Lisa in the place. Hey, no time to waste. We putting Lisa in the place.
1, 2. Mama CHOISEUL Salty Beast. Castries Southeast. Good evening, brothers and sisters. I am so happy to be in CHOISEUL Saltibus. And I know Shabin, but my maternal grandmother was born in Delse. So I have roots here to Kifo. Thank you for welcoming me to this beautiful constituency. I want to say a special good evening to our political leader and Prime Minister, Honorable Philippe J. Pierre, to our party chairman, Honorable Moses Shabatis, our legal officer, our Speaker of the House of Assembly, our President of the Senate, and of course, our General Secretary, members of National Executive, members of National Council, and you, of course, our beloved delegates of the Saint Lucia Labour Party, Boss Swear, Tutmoon. Now, I came on stage and I had a look at this poster behind me, and I say, Gabel Moon, beautiful men and women. And like Sister Jade said, it is not only what is on the outside that is attractive, it is what is in the mind that made you vote on December 1st, 2025 and gave us that resounding victory for the people of Saint Lucia. And our Prime Minister said, protect and secure the victory. And as we moved into the campaign, he called for national unity and said, my fellow men and women, we do not want to go back. We want to move forward. And that is why the SLP's theme was moving forward together. It was not just moving forward with Labour or moving forward with just Flabo. It was moving forward with every single man, woman, and child, because we know that our hard-fought policies that we implemented from 2021 to 2025 were beyond any shadow of a doubt the best progress that we have seen in the history of our country. And when our comrade from CHOISEUL said, best Prime Minister in the region, I say best Prime Minister in the world. And that is the man, Philippe J. Pierre, who saw a young girl from Castries Southeast who was not successful in 2019, but allowed her to go through the Senate and groomed her. And together with my campaign team, my campaign manager, Sister Menisa Rambali, Mr. Poyer, Dr. Charles Isaac, and the team, we brought the largest margin of victory that Castries Southeast has ever seen. And we won by 1,112 votes. And comrades, let me tell you, come the next election, we going to double that. Because the movement that we are starting in this constituency is one of unity. It's one that brings everyone together. Because it is every single child who benefits from a laptop. All children benefit from facilities fees being paid. Every single one of us are participants of the universal health coverage and the record history making minimum wage that this Prime Minister brought to the people of Saint Lucia. These are things we must protect. And when you hear people from the other side tell you, I am not Labour, but I am going to vote because of Philippe J. Pierre, you know that he has led this country in the right direction. Give your Prime Minister a round of applause. I know the Paul rep before me had enough to say. I only have 3 minutes. But I want to thank every single one of you for being here. And I want to say to the delegates of the Saint Lucia Labour Party, you see these people whose faces are plastered on this poster? Remember, like Sister Shanda said, we are only human. And we truly want what is best for every single St. Lucian. So continue to keep us in your prayers. Continue to support your parliamentary representative. Continue to support Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre and the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live Philip J. Pierre. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. And long live the beautiful people of our country, St. Lucia. Good night.
Lisa that day, straight out of forest, yeah. Southeast, a breath of fresh air. We don't want that guy there. Hey, no time to waste. We put in Lisa in the place. They have to brace. We put in Lisa in the place. Hey, no time to waste. We put in Lisa in the place. Tell them to brace. We put in Lisa in the place. Hey, vibrant and strong to represent the old and young. She know your pain. She come to ease up on this train. Not just we talk. She have action to back it up. From Mac to Pulley Tongue, Lisa will never leave us down. Let we go, no time to waste. We put in Lisa in the place. They have to brace. We put in Lisa in the place. Hey, no time to waste. We put in Lisa in the place. Tell them to brace. We put in Lisa in the place. Now there, red on your finger and red in your hat.
Yeah. St. Lucia, are we happy? This is why we are here. We are happy. Drop the track. We don't want much time. Drop the track. Everybody give me a wave. Give me a wave. Give me a wave. That's what Chastel Devlesse is. Say the love moving fair. Cheve la journée manger. Allons, hey! Il pas qu'à vivre encore. Il finit. On comprend? Allons, aller. L'argent. Tout le monde. Comme ça. Aïe, turn ça. Sultan, hey. Turn ça. Monkey de Gozile, soisez malé. Jump on a transit with loud reggae music. Oh, tout le monde chante. Oh, turn ça. I hop up by the place, watching members walking class. It's way by a magazine, commission moment in night fair. Oh, thanks là. Mais tu fais moi idée contre toi. Milila. C'est moi qui vais m'attraper là. Somebody, c'est l'argent dont Chastel vient danser. Chastel ou pas cavalier. C'est Chastel dont Chastel vient manger. Chastel ou pas cavalier. Nous travaillons wet pour l'argent nous. Ça peut comprendre. DJ, stop the track. Pull up, DJ, pull up. We're gonna go to the next track. Give me holy rhythm for me. You know what, St. Lucia? We're in good hands. And no matter what, once Philip J. Pierre and the Labour Party is in government, St. Lucia, we're gonna be the envy of the world. We're gonna make it no matter what. Are we good? I want to drop the track. I want everybody to stand up. Everybody stand up. Because we are happy. You could see the country is happy. The people living free. All projects is continuing. Drop the track. Drop the track, DJ. Let's go, everybody stand up and give me a wave. Give me a bump. Jump. Let's go. Hey. East Pierre is Lucia Savior. Oh, yeah, Dr. Hilaire, you good? Yeah, man, progress. Hey, sometimes we have to say, let it be. Let it be. And just pretend that he don't see. Sometimes we have to face reality. They would run to the hills. He lives so free. Yes, sometimes you know we'll face adversity. But it won't get, of our peers, the best song, you all know what? Sing. Cause I know mountains to climb will be rivers to cross. I know, but Philip gonna Philip is gonna make it. Make it. Philip gonna make it. I know fire and rain. Bitterness and pain. Yes, yes, hey, hey. But Saint Lucia gonna make it through. We gonna make it. Saint Lucia gonna make it through. We gonna make it. Saint Lucia gonna make it through. Somebody scream! Is Labour our savior? Oh, Jah, Jah, Jah. Listen up. Listen, hey, 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 hey. In life we gotta have priority. The rest is not for the swift, you see. Listen, he turned his back to enough atrocity to save his soul from the agony. Yes, despite the stress of his society, it will not take, will not take. From the Prime Minister, you know why? You know why? Hey, hey, hey. Cause I know the rivers to cross. We know that we're not gonna make it through. We're gonna make it. Labour gonna make it. I know fire and bitterness and pain. Yeah, baby. But Labour gonna make it through. We're gonna make it. Labour, you know why? One side's on our side. No will be denied. One side's on our side. No, hey, hey. If Jai's on our side, wave your hand, wave your hand. If Jai's on our side, wave, 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 wave. Hey, is Labour our savior? Oh yeah, I need to do something. Let's go. Hey, hey, listen, listen. Papers and gods is get in my way. Still I survive. Now I can say, hey. And when the hurdle just took by too clear, we lift our heads and we get there. Yeah, baby. Our journey winding can be very long. He give us strength, give us strength. Saint Lucia moving, we moving. Sing, sing, sing. Cause I rivers to cross. I know. We're gonna make it, Philip gonna make it. One side's on his side, no will be denied. One side's on his side, no will be denied. If Jai Saint Lucia wave your hand, wave your hand. If Jai's on his side, wave your hand, wave your hand. Somebody scream for your Prime Minister. Proud to be Saint Lucia. Yeah. One more, let's go. Hey, hey, hey. Listen, hey, hey, hey. My people, we are facing crucial times of frustrations, more than money and crime. Hey. So many hustle to get by each day. Hey, it's so hard for the Mali way. The human condition is permanent. We'll have our day. You know, our Prime Minister is confident. Sing, sing. Cause I know there will be mountains to climb, rivers to cross. There will be rivers to cross. I know I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I know fire and rain, bitterness and pain, bitterness and pain. Yes, but Saint Lucia gonna make it through. We're gonna make it. Saint Lucia, you know why, you know. One side's on our side, no will be denied. One side's on his side, no will. Put your hand, if Jai's on your side. Wave your hand up higher, if Jai's on your side. Come, Mr. Pierre, hey, hey. We gonna make it, Saint Lucia will make it. Saint Lucia will make it full. We love you, we love you, we love you.
It's always lovely when the Saint Lucia Labour Party supporters can congregate because we have a love in our hearts for our party. And that love transcends time and it transcends people. But we always show love to the Saint Lucia Labour Party. And you see, we will make it through in the constituencies. But particularly, I want to speak about the constituency of Soufrière-Fonsègue-Jacques. Because as of a couple weeks ago, Soufrière-Fonsègue-Jacques, the jetty, the work on the jetty commenced. Also in Soufrière-Fonsègue-Jacques, we can see that the Early Childhood Development Center is coming along. We can see that we will soon have a new hospital in Soufrière. There are so many projects coming through for Soufrière, and that is all because of one resilient woman who goes by the name of the Honorable Emma Hippolyte. Soufrière-Fonsègue-Jacques, put your hands together for your parliamentary representative.
Auntie Emma, auntie. Who will voting for auntie? Who will voting for auntie? Auntie. Mama Liba, Ezot Bawe. DJ Bobby. C'est Emma, nous voulons because Emma can aider. It's Emma, we want because Emma is the one we voting. Auntie Emma. Palmis people. Auntie Emma. For Benye. Auntie Emma. Baron Stride. Auntie Emma. Bucket Road. Auntie Emma. New development. Auntie Emma. Zeno Massé. Auntie Emma. Fonsègue-Jacques. Auntie Emma. Chateau when elections is coming, Soufrière, make sure you get it right. We voting for Emma and we putting the flowers out. Cause living puti mama ye from tipata vaya. And living pumali we say Emma.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters of Labour. I want to take this moment to say a very special good afternoon to the delegates of Soufrière-Fonsègue-Jacques. I recognize our esteemed political leader, our deputy political leader, chairman of our party, deputy chair, cabinet colleagues, general secretary, and today I really want to recognize a few other persons who are in the room who have actually worked to make our work easier. I recognize in a very big way our friends and ambassadors who are here with us. But I want us to stand up to recognize Ambassador Nicole Su of Taiwan. Brothers and sisters, we understand what friendship means. We recognize the friendship of the ambassador of Venezuela. We recognize the friendship of the ambassador of Cuba. We recognize the friendship of the ambassador of Taiwan. And as parliamentary representatives, we know how the contribution of these friends of ours have made the lives of our constituents a lot easier. So today, from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you to our friends who have come out to support our people, especially the marginalized. Brothers and sisters, I also want to recognize all the delegates, members of the National Executive and the National Council for their work in keeping our strong party together. But today, as I sat, I was not sure what I was going to say to you. But as Robbie sang that song, I know the Spirit wanted to tell me something. That the God that we serve is good all the time. And all the time, God is good. Brothers and sisters, when you look at the poster behind you, There are 2 persons missing. I call it the Magnificent 17. I want to take this moment to recognize 2 persons, Sister Dr. Virginia Poyet and Brother Joachim Henry. I want to recognize the contribution they made in their ministries. It's important that we do so. And I want us to recognize the new members of the team and the work that is ahead of us. And the song that Robbie sang is so opportune at this point, that there will be rivers to cross. But I can tell you, I believe that we will cross every river because we have with us the man from the east. And not only do we have the man from the east, we have a God who is a good God. I am saying this to you, my brothers and sisters, because you voted us in this election because you are happy about the policies of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. And you voted us in because you looked at our manifesto and you're happy with what we propose to do in the next 5 years. But I want to tell you, we cannot do it alone. It is the work that you do every day in criticizing us, in praying for us, in giving us feedback, that is the fuel that pushes us every day. I want to tell you that I have started the work that the people of Prospere for Jacques have elected me to do. And only Friday, I had Sister Lisa with me for half of the day. So Stabat, you are not there, but she's taken over. We continue the work with our farmers. We continue the work with our fishers. The Honorable Prime Minister, in his wisdom, has placed me in a potpourri of ministries that he called the People's Ministry. But I will not tell you what I told him. But all I can tell you is, we are all here to serve you. We are all here to serve you. And our commitment of putting the people first will remain our mantra. We will continue to put you first. And with this new mantra of moving forward together, I want you to do one thing for me. Every day when you wake up, lift each one of us, especially our political leader, in our prayers, for he needs it. For he needs it. And I know, brothers and sisters, believe you me, there is nothing we cannot achieve together. Together with prayers. So I want you, let not your hearts be troubled. The government that you have voted will continue to serve you, will continue to put you first. And our country, this beautiful Saint Lucia of ours, will continue to move forward. I want to say from the bottom of my heart to the people of Prospere for Jacques, Auntie Emma is back with you. I am back. The work continues. I love you. God bless. God bless. Long live our political leader. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live the people of CHOISEUL Saltibus. Long live the people of Prospere for Jacques. God bless you.
You heard from your parliamentary representatives, Prospere for Jacques. And similar to Ansari Canaries is a constituency called Dennery South. You see, in Dennery South, the people love their parliamentary representatives so much. They wish that he could be with them every day. And you've seen since the election, since December 1st, an uptick in the social media. I'm even seeing drone shots from Stabatch on his social media page, and the work continues with the court, the multipurpose court. The work continues on the Upper La Pointe Road, and the work continues at the Dennery Hospital. You see, this is a parliamentary representative that is dedicating his time to his constituents. So constituents of Dennery South, and all of you around Saint Lucia, please put your hands together for Alfred Prospere, or as we love to call him, Stabatch.
Bonsoir, Mama Labour. Good evening to our people of Labour. Bonsoir, Mama Labour. I'm just wondering what is happening. I am very excited to be here tonight because before the 1st of December 2025, there were doubts in many people in Saint Lucia that Dennery South would return to Labour. But I always told them, Pierre Stiboy Padekaitiye Stabatch Dennery South. And I prove it to them. I want to recognize the presence of our Prime Minister, Honorable Philippe J. Pierre, our first Deputy Leader, our Chairman of our party, our Speaker of the House of Assembly, Ambassador for Taiwan, Ambassador Cuba, Ambassador for Venezuela. And I want to recognize a very important President of the Senate. I miss you, although I'm sitting next to you. I want to recognize the work of a very important person in this gathering. And his name is, I will put Honorable before it, Honorable Leo Clark. This man played a major role in this campaign, and sometimes we do not see it, but he coordinated this campaign to the best of his ability, and I believe this is one of the contributions towards we achieving this massive victory of 16-1. Dennery is a very small constituency, Dennery South, but anytime you have an election, there is a lot of division. But the good thing about the constituency is, soon after the election, we know how to come back together to work for the benefit of the constituency. This meeting today is a clear indication that aside from our party going into elections, winning elections, but our party needs to remain firm. Our party needs to be organized, because if we are not organized as a party, we cannot win an election. And this is why I'm very happy today to see all those delegates here today to prove and to work with the hierarchy of the party to make our party better. But in Dennery South, we understand while we are small, there are lots of challenges. And just like the party did today, last week, Saturday, 7th of January, I brought my campaign team, my constituency group, and other key persons in the constituency to a retreat. So nous avons commencé à continuer to travailler. We reviewed some of what happened in the last elections. We looked at all the challenges that we face as a constituency, but we also are going to chart a way forward in how we are going to develop the constituency together. So I'm saying that to our Prime Minister, so when he's allocating CDP funds, he will understand Dennery South has to develop to the point where we will never, never get that seat back to the United Workers' Party. So I'm very excited. I want to thank my team, my campaign team. I want to thank my constituency group. But more significantly, I want to thank the people of Dennery South, La Pointe, Limer, Delaide, Lacaille, Bomaigo, Green Mountain, Rocky Lane. I want to thank you for placing your trust and confidence in Alfred Prospere and the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Our party has delivered. Our party achieved a lot in the last general election, and you all had every reason to vote for another term for the Saint Lucia Labour Party, led by a man called our Prime Minister, Honorable Philippe J. Pierre. And we will work together as a team. We will work together to ensure that we address the challenges that we face in the constituency. And as I said, we will get more funds, we will get more resources, and we will place Dennery in a position where we will never turn to the United Workers' Party. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live our Prime Minister. And long live the people of Dennery South. I thank you.
Check, check.
Check, check, check. How we living? Boom, boom, boom. Better. Well, good night, everybody. Boom.
I say no steak and fish. Can mash up the chicken back relationship. Warm to them. No steak and fish. Can mash up the chicken back relationship. How we living? Boom, boom, boom. Better than them. Oh, better than them. Better than them. Oh, better than them. Hold on, man. How we living? Boom, boom, boom. Better than them. Oh, better than them. Better than them. Oh, better than them. How we living? Boom, 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 boom. Better than them. Oh, better than them. Oh, better than them. Hold on, man. How we living? Boom, boom, boom. Better than them. Oh, better than them. One job. All right. I say, hold on now. You have your Benz, I have my spark, hold on now. Your woman sit down in the back, hold on now. Matter half a guy goes up, hold on now.
Well, if you know you sing it up, sing it up. Them fellas have all their money.
All their money.
All acting funny.
Acting funny.
For them to get a girl, they have to spend their money.
Spend their money.
They giving flowers and giving pearls. I just want everybody to hold about. Let me go, let me go, let me go. And how we living? Boom, boom, boom. Better than them.
Oh, better than them. Oh, better than them.
Well, matter.
How we living?
Boom, boom, boom. Better than them.
Oh, better than them. Oh, better than them.
Hold on, man.
How we living?
Boom, boom, boom. Better than them.
Oh, better than them. Oh, better than them. How we living? Better than them.
Play me low, DJ. Play me low, DJ. Yeah, take it real low. Martha, you want to test them?
Yes, sir.
You ready to test them? Let me see if they have energy.
I voted for red. I voted for Keson Kazeme.
So all the time you'll have all that energy. Let me stand up a little bit and represent the Labour Party a little bit, please. Get up the chair a little bit faster, please.
Yes, sir.
Let me go.
What's that one link up? Sing it. Plateau link up. What's that shoe link up?
Link up.
That's when we reach voting police. Stick one. Pouf la bo.
Who we vote? The boss of the north.
Big up Ernest.
Who we vote? The boss of the north. The boss of the north.
If you know it, sing it with me.
I say the boss of the north. I say baby, he's the man and I'm voting Flabo. All what they try to do, hold him down and I'm voting Flabo. Cause everybody know that's the man and I'm voting Flabo. Marcel, go back where you come from and I'm voting Flabo. I voted for red, I voted for Keson Kazime. Marcel, move from there. I voted for red, I voted for Keson Kazime. Marcel, move from there. When I vote, I voted for who I know. Keson Kazime,
DJ, hello. Listen to me, please. Pull up for the people again, one more time. You see the minister laughing, eh? He like it. You all want to do that one more time? Before we go. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, let me go.
Who we vote? The boss of the north. Who we vote? The boss of the north. The boss of the north.
When everybody sing the
boss of the north. I say baby, he's the man and I'm voting Flabo. All what they try to do, hold him down and I'm voting Flabo. Cause everybody know that's the man and I'm voting Flabo. Marcelo, go back where you come from and I'm voting Flabo. I voted for red, I voted for Keson Kazime. Marcelo, move from there. I voted for red, I voted for Keson Kazime.
I tell you,
Marcelo, move from there. When I vote, got no time for, I voted for who I know. Keson Kazime, they cannot do the things that you know. Them Flabo, they like the keep and them always in a row. Marcelo, I'm not voting for you. I said, Prospere, link up, Ronnie, link up, what don't wash, link up, Fessique, link up,
everybody to just do that for me. Let me go.
That's why we wish you voting police. I say, baby, he's the man and I'm voting Flabo. All what they try to do, hold him down and I'm voting Flabo. Cause everybody know that's the man and I'm voting Flabo. Marcelo, go back where you come from and I'm voting Flabo. I voted for red, I voted for Keson Kazime.
I tell you,
Marcelo, move from there. I voted for red, I voted for Keson Kazime. Marcelo, move from there. I vote for Keson is a vote for integrity. Check them flowers in my inbox and they trying to program me. That can't work on me, cause I know what is best for me. I saw Keson Kazime, now you come on me. I say Capeston link up.
Boy, the Saint Lucia Labour Party still has energy. You see, right now, we're going to take it from the north and we're going to bring it down to the south. Because in the south, they do not count votes. What do they do? What do they do? That's right. We are going down to Vieux-Fort South. And I'd like to call on Sir, the Honorable Danny Butcher.
Everybody at the party, support Labour Party, support Danny Butcher, cause him are the leader, he's the one who go lead ya, he's the one who go teach ya. Flabo at the fire, Labour at the water, come Flabo, Labour hit you with the water, oh, out of your fire, oh. Flabo at the fire, Labour at the water, come Flabo, Labour hit you with the water, oh.
Brothers and sisters, good evening. It has been a while I have been with you. Bamwe nouvelle. Saufe. Sakoufe. Est la vie bon abaleba. We are so thankful for your vote of confidence. And I am so thankful for the people of Vieux-Fort South who sent me to the Parliament of Saint Lucia with record-breaking numbers. I remember when I got the endorsement and just before the election, tout munte political analysts, they said that Vieux-Fort South is tired of Labour. They said that the United Workers' Party will be successful in Vieux-Fort South, and that with the moving on of Kenny Anthony, Labour had moved on with Kenny Anthony from Vieux-Fort South. Moko weponyo jis ajouk aujourd'hui. Mordi yo zieyo blanc, mordi yo zieyo noir. Tout douce, moi just fait travail moi. Et plè vote commence compter on election night. Le vote commence dégouiner Vieux-Fort South on election night. Moi, d'où nous te kay pèse vote, mais pas jamais d'où nous te kay croiser balas là. And Vieux-Fort South stayed with the Saint Lucia Labour Party and sent a resounding message to Saint Lucia. Uni pou nom pou koui Vieux-Fort South. Moi qui te ou la bay Marcel la c'est les autres là pour dile pour là vini Vieux-Fort South. Mr. Prime Minister, I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of your cabinet of ministers. I will share a secret with you that in my conversations with the Prime Minister, he said, Honorable Member, I am giving you the portfolios that are near to my heart. Now, when a Prime Minister, he was say, when a Prime Minister gives you portfolios that are near to his heart, you know that you have to jealously guard and jealously defend the Prime Minister's heart. See, here with the Prime Minister, same way. I have to jealously defend the Prime Minister's heart because he gave me responsibility for early childhood education. And we must ensure that our children have a national curriculum so that they can receive the best pedagogical practices in the world. We must ensure that our teachers are trained with right numerations so that they can stay in early childhood education. We must ensure that schools are childhood friendly. And so that's the hard work the man gave me there, you know. Then he also said, you have responsibility for special needs. No longer will our children in special needs be treated as appendages to the education sector, but they will be treated as legitimate children of education. And so there is no reason for our children in Grand Riviere to be in the school that they are in. There is no reason for our children in Vieux-Fort South to be, not because I'm from Vieux-Fort South, you know, to be in the school that they are in. We will change their lives. And when you touch the life of a child, when you touch the life of a child with special need, you hold that child, you hold that child's hand, and you will lead the parents by the heart. And I know that we will do well in education and ensure that our children receive the best representation. Also, for special skills, we must change the narrative when it comes to skilled education. Skilled education must be education of choice. We must celebrate our people who are learning to use their hands to make a livelihood because they contribute to the economic development of Saint Lucia. And just before I leave, I want to go right back to Vieux-Fort South. And there is almost like a joke in Vieux-Fort South where people tell me, last campaign. Because house to house is not finished. Just last week, we did our community meeting in K3, where we put our executive together in K3, K4. I'm coming to you this week because we must not only protect the victory, but we must protect our party. We must protect what makes the Saint Lucia Labour Party functional so that in the next election, we're not struggling to win the election. We're beating them worse than we beat them in the last election. Because I said it before, and I will say it again, if we do the right things, we will beat them in the east. We will beat them in the west. We will beat them in the north. And when we reach Vieux-Fort South, Nuka Kwaze Balas. God bless you. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live the Prime Minister. Long live Vieux-Fort South.
Put your hands together one more time for Sir Danny Butcher. Sisters and brothers, right now, I'm going to call on a constituency that is near and dear to my heart and those all the way to the back. Of course, I'm speaking about Ansere Canaries. Because in Ansere Canaries, we gave our parliamentary representative a vote of confidence because he won by twice the amount, if not 3 times, I can't remember the exact amount. 3 times the amount that he did in the first round. And there will be a next round for him again. We say yes to the Honorable Wayne Gerard. And we say yes to the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Because we understand that with the Saint Lucia Labour Party, Canaries is not left behind. And Saray is not left behind. Rosamondo Vanna is not left behind. We are all moving forward together with Labour. So it is my esteemed pleasure to welcome to the podium my parliamentary representative, the Honorable Wayne Gerard. And if you are driving PC237, PC237, please move your vehicle.
Joelle, tell them, red is the mood. Kakaglo, tikwa by Trunabo. Kakaglo, tikwa by Trunabo. Kakaglo, tikwa by Trunabo. Kakaglo, tikwa by Trunabo. Voting for win again. We voting win again. We giving them tikwa like rain. We voting win again. Win again.
Good evening. Ouch! Ouch! But before I... Ikudi! Earringy? Jade. Selby. Udi salty bis. Swazay salty bis. Ni pli bel shabin. Sapavwe Jade. Jade is from Canaries, and Jade made the fatal mistake of agreeing to that. So we'll deal with you separately this evening. Political leader, first deputy political leader, chairman of our party, general secretary, cabinet colleagues, members of the diplomatic corps, members of the executive, members of the National Council, delegates. I allowed the member for Dennery South to use PST boy because he spends some time in my constituency assisting me. But the real way to say it is PST boy! Comrades, sisters and brothers, sisters and brothers of the labor movement, this evening, we are not just here to celebrate, but we are here with a heavy responsibility because the people of this country have spoken clearly. They have placed their confidence once again in the Saint Lucia Labour Party. And they have entrusted us not just with power, but with purpose. I am deeply honored in the confidence that the Prime Minister has placed in me in appointing me as his Minister for Economic Development and the Youth Economy. I accept this responsibility with humility and absolute determination. Comrades, the election victory was decisive because our message was clear. It was clear that development must be felt by all and not just a few. It was clear that development is not simply about making forecasts, but we had to ensure that every single Saint Lucian benefits from that economic growth. The development must be felt by every single Saint Lucian. The growth must be shared by all, not just a few. And the young people of Saint Lucia, and in particular ancillary Canaries, you have given an opportunity that you are no longer simply spectators. We have carved out an area for you to hone your skills, to turn your talents into viable businesses. And you must, at every opportunity, avail yourselves to those opportunities. It is not enough for people to feel sorry for ancillary Canaries. We do not need pity in ancillary Canaries. What we needed was responsible leadership, a responsible government, and a Prime Minister that understands the issues in ancillary Canaries. And we got that.
So we do not need pity from anyone in Ancillary Canaries. For too long, the young people of Ancillary Canaries, and indeed Saint Lucia, were told that they had to wait for an opportunity, wait for access, wait for permission. Under the Labour Party, we ensured that the waiting was over. The youth economy is not simply a slogan. It is not a side program. It is not an afterthought. It is not an afterthought. The youth economy was a deliberate move by the Prime Minister, the then political leader, to ensure that the young people have an opportunity in this country. The young people of this country are actually pillars of our national development. We are building an economy where young people can create, innovate, earn, and lead in technology, in culture, in agriculture, in entrepreneurship, and in the creative economy. An economy where talent matters more than who you know, where ideas matter more than your background, where opportunity reaches every community. Comrades, economic development under the Labour Party will not be trickled down. It will be building up. We are going to be building skills. We're going to be building stronger institutions, and we are going to continue to give access to greater degrees of finance. We will build resilience. And when we build that confidence, especially amongst our young people who want to believe again that the future belongs to them, we are encouraging every single young person in this country to take advantage of the opportunities being made available to you. It is not enough to simply make an excuse and say this is not available, that is not available. Take advantage of what is currently available as we work to expand the work in the youth economy. The Saint Lucia Labour Party is a very rich party. The Saint Lucia Labour Party has everything to be proud of. We should be proud of our Prime Minister, our political leader. We should be proud of the leadership of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Every single Monday when we come to Cabinet, we start with the word people and we end with the word people. We are in this job, comrades, we are in this job to serve the people of this country. That is the only reason why we're here. I'm just paraphrasing what the Prime Minister says on a Monday, but not exactly those words. But the message is clear. We are in this business to help the people of Saint Lucia. We are not in the business to help some people of Saint Lucia. We are in the business to help everybody in Saint Lucia. We in Ancillary Canaries have a particular reason to be proud of. Every single commitment we made to the people of Ancillary Canaries before the general election, we fulfilled it. We went as far as doing what we never even discussed during the campaign. You have a fire station in Ancillary Canaries, which we never spoke to you about. But we felt it was necessary for your safety. We felt it was necessary to respond in the event of a fire, so we created that space for you, because you matter. The people of Ancillary Canaries matters to this government. As minister, I will work every single day to ensure that our economic growth translates into real opportunity, real jobs, and real upward mobility, especially for our young people. So let us move forward together with unity in our ranks, confidence in our leadership, and faith in the people who place their faith in us. This victory was indeed decisive. The mandate was clear, and the future, comrades, belong to the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live the political leader, our Prime Minister. Long live the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Long live the constituency of Ancillary Canaries. Pierre T-Boy!
We standing on the firm side, we keeping flambeau outside. What you talking about? You can run your mouth. Opa cat and say wait. Show them 5 years again. Kakaglo.
I come from Castries East, home of St. Lucia's best Prime Minister. What's the mood? What's the mood? Well, take a bounce with me. Don't say I didn't tell you before it happened. All right. Listen. General elections
is a clash of party leaders whose main intention is to control the public coffers. Our choice was clear on election day. It's Philip Pierre versus Alan Chasney. Depuis Pierre André, il fait assurer, il fait occupé, jeunesse sec malewe. The economy, he revitalized employment and GDP, wages and pensions rise. Now no government is beyond rebuke, but when I take a comprehensive look, without favor of Pierre, I declare my choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre, cause Alan is no John Compton. He's just a rich man's son, Flambeau put in charge, because he cop a large. Listen, Pierre come from roots, his dad were the government boots, and this teacher mommy taught him to serve with humility. I ain't trying to divide, all you know my side. I am not afraid to call a spade a spade. Sing it! My choice is clear.
My choice.
Clear, clear, clear.
My choice.
My choice is clear.
Sticking with Mr. Pierre.
Our Allen. Okaya Lapen. No surrender, no reverse. We put in people first. My choice is clear.
My choice.
Clear, clear, clear.
My choice.
My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre. You hear? Don't say I didn't tell you. Don't say I didn't tell you that. All right. Whether you good, bad or ugly, we all need food and water when hungry and thirsty. And when we're sick, we crave proper health care. Whether we stick with Chasney up here, once we importing most of what we consuming, we supporting rising cost of living. It's not fair. After all the debts he cleared, Pierre should be blamed for the state of healthcare. Some folks CIP Roro would rile us up, but that was just a stamina chickup. Keep working, Mr. Pierre, and stand firm. Your performance gave you that second term. Where is the dolphin park? Where is the racetrack? All them pipe dreams and elusive schemes. Pierre free of ganja, minimum wage deliver, and we looking good. Look, we get St. Jude. I ain't trying to divide, I ain't taking side, but I'm not afraid to call a spade a spade. My choice is clear.
My choice.
Clear, clear, clear.
My choice.
My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre. Our Allen. Okaya Lapen. No surrender, no reverse. We put in people first. My choice is clear.
My choice.
Clear, clear, clear.
My choice.
My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre. Saint Lucia, I see your choice was clear as well. Mama Labour. Oupe haïtien. Medi dans blanc. Pierre fait assez bien. Pour bailler malheureux soulagement. Gouvernement ka aidé. Fait plier. Pour moun qui mérite li kay pour rester. Though crime is still the elephant in the room, Pierre has the will not to make it mushroom. Those who politicize crime to gain power will soon realize they're playing with fire. A consuming fire that's taking a toll through every nook and cranny all over the world. Every one of us must now play a role to bring this crime scourge under control. Meanwhile, I will compliment government commitment to Lucian excellence in global events. Also, I must implore the private sector to do much more to bring talent to the fore. I ain't trying to divide, all you know my side, but I'm not afraid to call a spade a spade. My choice is clear.
My choice.
Clear, clear, clear.
My choice.
My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre. Our Allen. Oh, Kaya Lapen. No surrender, no reverse. We put in people first. My choice is clear. Clear, clear, clear. My choice is clear. I'm sticking with Mr. Pierre. Don't say I didn't tell you. Mama Labour. One love.
Thank you, T.C. Brown. Sisters and brothers, at this point of our program, we are going to call on our deputy leader. You see, Castries South is a very special constituency. It's the home of the fastest woman in the world, and it's the home of the Honorable Ernest Hilaire. And it is a place that he holds very dear to his heart. And you showed that vote of confidence in him on December 1st. And tonight, at our Conference of Delegates, it is my esteemed pleasure to call upon him to address you, our sisters and our brothers of Labour. Put your hands together for our deputy leader of the Saint Lucia Labour Party.
Vote him again. Vote Ernest. Who you giving your vote? Who you giving your vote? Hilaire. Who you giving your vote? Hilaire. Who you giving your vote? Who you giving your vote?
Good afternoon, Labour. I cannot hear you. Good afternoon, Labour. Political leader, chairman of our great party, general secretary, all my colleagues, members of the diplomatic corps, delegates, it feels good to be Labour. The elections of 2025 will go down in history as the best organized election campaign ever conducted in Saint Lucia. It will go down in history as an election campaign where the people, with no hesitation, demonstrated from the beginning the course that they were taking. I am sometimes mystified as to how Flabo ever believed that they could have won that election. And they were out of it because of two reasons. The quality of leadership that we had, that the leadership of Philip J. Pierre was visionary. It was one of loving and caring. It was one where he was dedicated to putting the people first. But it was also a second reason, that the forces of labor were organized, mobilized, and committed. And I will say to you that the years to come will be more challenging than ever before. There are international forces at play that we cannot control. We don't know what will happen next. We fought for generations to make the Caribbean a zone of peace, and that has been shattered. But let us not be dismayed. Let us focus on where we can take our country, what we can do to fulfill our historic mandate to put people first. And our Prime Minister has told us what the big objective is. And it is not just for ministers of government. It is for every cadre of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. And hear what it is. It is to make Saint Lucia the best place to live and work in the Caribbean. Everything we do must be attuned to that objective. So it means all that we've achieved as a country in the last 4 years has been the foundation for the coming 4 and 5 years. It means when the Prime Minister put his configuration together in cabinet, somewhere in the back of his mind, he has a grand vision.
that he has seen the strengths and the weaknesses of the people he have around him, the new ones and the experienced ones. And he has said, let us make Saint Lucia the best place to live and work in the Caribbean. We cannot do it without the labor forces. It will be too tough for us to do it. And you know why? Because we'll have to make some serious decisions. The Prime Minister will have to lead this country knowing that you will be behind him the same way you were during the election campaign. So do not put your boots away. Do not put it. Do you remember the Walk of Progress? When the UWPs were getting aggressive, he said to General Secretary, I want to show that what we are doing is what the people want done. And we had the Walk of Progress. And it is because of your strength we were able to achieve all that we did. We cannot make difficult decisions if you don't have your strength behind us, pushing us forward. So do not put your boots away. The United Workers' Party, they've not gone away. They are still there from the day after election, posting and saying things and stating things. Because they do not know how to go away, because they want the political and economic power in this country. You must not let them have it. So my message to you this evening is clear. We are moving forward together. We in the Cabinet of Ministers will be as strong as you make us strong. And you must give us that strength. You must be with us every step of the way, defending government policy, defending government actions. Do not put your boots away. We've celebrated. We will continue to celebrate our great victory. But the greater victory is the grand objective of making Saint Lucia the best place to live and work in the Caribbean. And I know that we will achieve it. I know we have to do some big things for Saint Lucia. And when we do those things, the world will take notice of us like never before. You see, the day after Julia and Alfred won the 100 meters, we were the most Googled country in the world. We need to have many more days like this. We need to know that our manufacturers can go on the world stage, and where we may not be with huge factories in Saint Lucia, but the quality of our products will make us outstanding. The same way we are outstanding as a honeymoon destination, we can do it. Our creatives, the TC Bronx and the Mata and the Bronx and all of them, we can take them on the world stage. We must make the world notice us for our smallness, but in our smallness, our greatness. So tonight, my words to you is, let us do it together. Let's move forward together. And you see, Cashway South, I have to say a special thank you, really and truly, for all that has happened in the last few years with the United Workers' Party and myself. I never doubted for one moment that the people were with me. Never. And every time they attacked, I felt stronger because I knew there was a bigger mission. And Cashway South was saying to me, we're going to give them licks. Don't worry. Those who fought gangster was yellow. Those who went into the drains and the gutters, we're not going there. We know we practice putting people first, and nothing can beat that. So, Labour family, thank you so very much. Good night.
Sisters and brothers, keep the applause going for the Honorable Ernest Hilaire. That is what you call a touch of class. Sisters and brothers, we have come to the end of our program, but first, we must hear from our leader. We must hear from the man who ushered us to victory. We must hear from the visionary, the one and the only Prime Minister who has worked so hard for all 17 constituencies, whether they are yellow or red. He is a man of the people and he's a man for the people. Brothers and sisters of labor, please stand to your feet. I don't know when again we'll be able to say this, maybe in the next convention. So let's take this moment to give our Prime Minister a resounding applause and a great welcome.
Lord, I come to you, let my heart be changed, renewed, flowing from the grace that I found in you. Lord, I've come to know the weaknesses I see in me will be stripped away by the power of your love. Hold me close, let your love surround me. Bring me near, draw me to your side, and as I wait, I'll rise up like the eagle, and I will soar with you. Your spirit leads me on in the power of your love. Open my eyes, let me see you face to face, the knowledge of your love as you live in me. And Lord, renew my mind as your will unfolds in my life.
Comrades! 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 Comrades, I love you. Let me recognize the members of the diplomatic corps here with us and tell them welcome to the conference of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Let me also say a big welcome to the delegates from all over St. Lucia, and a particular thank you for the candidates, the executive, the National Council of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Give them a round of applause. Comrades, I have a long speech, but I ain't going to talk no long speech tonight. I will not speak about what's on that speech. Because you know why? Because the way I feel tonight. Because of the way I feel tonight. Because every day, I love you more. And every day, the more they attack me, is the stronger I get. Today, one of them decide that to give a speech somewhere, you must be great. To get to pay to talk somewhere, you must be great. But you don't know where I'm great? I am great with the people. That's where I'm great. And the people always show my greatness because one man got 4 votes in a box. And that is what they must put in their pipe, and because no matter what they do, no matter what they say,
the Labour Party works for the people of Saint Lucia. And I may not pay to speak in any international conference, but let me tell you my record. Let me tell you the record of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. We have the lowest unemployment rate in the history of Saint Lucia. That is our record. Let me tell you the record of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. The IMF, the World Bank, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank have said, in spite of the fact that there are downsides, the economy of Saint Lucia is doing well. Let me tell you my record. My record, even though I don't speak in conferences, is that we've had 4 years of growth under the Saint Lucia Labour Party. That is my record. Let me tell you my record and the record in Saint Lucia Labour Party. Saint Lucia has for 16 times been called the world's best honeymoon destination. And you must congratulate Ernest, Hilaire for that. Let me tell you my record and the record in Saint Lucia Labour Party. This year, Saint Lucia is going to be called the best cruise port, get the biggest prize for the cruise port of the year among all the Caribbean ports. That is our record. Let me tell you my record. Our record in labor is that under labor, with the support of the government of Saint Lucia, we have turned out the world's fastest woman. That is our record, my brothers and sisters. So, talking in conferences, go and Google things and go and repeat it, is not my style. Going on AI and manufacture speeches is not my style. My style is authentic. My style is loving. So when they call you low-level St. Lucians, they want you to vote for them. They call you low-level St. Lucians because you vote for the Saint Lucia Labour Party. But I'll tell you something. I will tell you something. When they win, you're not low-level. When they win, you know what's good for you. But when they lose, everything is wrong with us. Because you decided that you would vote for the Saint Lucia Labour Party. So my brothers and my sisters, remain focused. The world is going to be a very difficult place in the years to come. It's going to be the most difficult time to run a country. You see what's happening in the world today. You see what is happening. All convention is going down the drain. That's the world we have to work in. That's the world we have to maneuver. And that is why all St. Lucia must become a resilient country. We must be able to eat what we grow and grow what we eat. So in this budget, and that is why I put the Minister of Agriculture in high heels. So even though she has high heels or not, she must go and meet the farmers in their farms. Because in this budget, we are going to promote hobby farming, where everybody must begin to grow something in their backyard. Everybody. And my comrade from CHOISEUL, and I want to congratulate the people of CHOISEUL, because I said to the guy in CHOISEUL who was here before, you are being misled. I warned them. I said, you are being misled. Jump out when you can. I told him so. But you see, now he's seen how misled he was. So, Brother Keson, I'll tell you something. You say, Charles, I know Keson, Charles, I don't burn you. I say to you, you say that CHOISEUL has the best sweet potatoes in Saint Lucia. I agree. But I understand there's a brand of sweet potato that grows in 6 weeks. I want you to speak to the Minister of Agriculture to find that so we can give to the people of Saint Lucia these seeds free of charge. Because we have to feed ourselves. We have to feed ourselves. Because you never know what can happen to us. You never know what can happen to us, my brothers and sisters. And I've been speaking about water. I've been speaking about water. We have to find over $200 million to deliver our school. And you see, the rain that fell here over the weekend, we should have saved it. We should have saved it, my brothers and sisters. That is a simple way that we get resilience, by saving that water. So in this budget, we are going to give incentives for you to harvest water. Every one of you to harvest water. So we can at least have some water during the dry season. My sisters and my brothers, there are several ways. We're not going to lie down and die. We're not going to say, boy, the international world against us, they're doing this, they're doing that. These are things we cannot change. What we can change is our attitude. What we can change is our discipline. What we can change is our commitment. What we can change is our love for country. That's what we can change. And under the Saint Lucia Labour Party, these are the themes. So remain focused. Remain focused. They have not understood that they have lost the election. They have not understood they have been rejected. They have not understood that the people of Saint Lucia have decided that the policies of the Labour Party, they want these policies for another 5 years. They have not understood that. So they ranting and they raving and they curse. Stay focused. Keep your eye on the prize. Say it again for them to hear. Keep your eye on the prize. And when you keep your eye on the prize, you know what happens? We get more votes than them. They can't understand. They cannot understand how a second-term government can get more votes than when they won the last election. That's a fact. They cannot change. They can't understand how a seat like Babono and John Paul respect you, even though you lose today. Respect you. They can't understand how after Virginia fought and won, John Paul came after. And you know who he came against? He came against a guy who said, here am I am from Babono, I am bright, I have this degree and that degree, Philip J. Pierre is nothing, I will win. You know what happened? We beat him by nearly 2,000 votes. That is the power of labor. And congratulations, my brother. Congratulations. That is what people do, my brothers and sisters. And I come to Mykonos. You know, when they were checking their seats, they said Mykonos was a fluke. That can't happen again. Nah, that can't happen again. But Jeremiah, and you see, if Jeremiah continues how he on that track is, he will make Mykonos a Castries East. He'll make Mykonos a Castries East. Because in Castries East, last time I got 3,000 votes. This time I get 4,000. And if they get me vexed, next time I'll get 5,000. Because I warned them already about getting me vexed. I warned them in Grosile, don't get me vexed. Because if you get me vexed, I'll beat you by 1,500. They get me vexed, I beat them by over 3,000. And that is a record they cannot beat, my brothers and sisters. They can't beat it, so we have to work. Because we only won because we worked. We only won because we saw that we had to put the people first. That is why we won. That is why we won. And our theme going forward, as my colleague, and you know, Hilaire, I ain't tell him that yet, but apart from beating him today, I told him that when they were talking about winning Castries South, and in Castries South, they have the potential. I didn't mean saying that. I told Hilaire, comrade, Castries East and Castries South, we're going together. Castries East and Castries South, we're going together. And I supported Hilaire because I knew that if Hilaire was in trouble, all of us would have been in trouble. Because we are a team, and a team is as strong as its weakest link. So I have confidence in Hilaire. I supported him, and Hilaire won his seat with a resounding majority, my brothers. In spite of all the pressure they put on him, he won his seat. And when he goes again, he'll win it bigger. Because in that election, there are a lot of stories. Musa will lose. You want to believe first think Musa will lose the election? You know, sometimes I wonder in what world these guys are living. Musa will lose an election. Musa will lose an election. But Musa, quiet, purposeful, doing stuff with St. Jude. And you know, in healthcare, my brothers and sisters, I want to tell you, better days are coming in healthcare. Better days are coming in healthcare. Because we delivered St. Jude. And before June this year, patients are going to be at St. Jude Hospital because of the work of the Saint Lucia Labour Party. And if they don't like it, let them put it in their pipe and because patients are going to be at the St. Jude Hospital. They can do nothing about it. They can just talk and rant and cuss and get vexed and raise the pressure. But Labour is focused. Labour is focused. Labour is a party of love. We have never, in that entire campaign, I can say it loud, I never mentioned any of them jokers' name except one night, in the election victory, I said to Cameron Law, move from there. That's the only time I did it. And I said to the other one, two of them I mentioned the name. The one that my sister, you know, man, I have some joy in my heart. And if you give me a chance, I talk for the whole night. I go. Because I have some joy in my heart. When the one in Cashew's office, nobody can beat him, nobody can beat him, nobody can beat him. Nobody can beat him. When they're marking seats, Cashew's office stick. So the night when we beat him, I said, move from there. That's the only time I called any of their names. Because I knew where I was going. I knew where we were going, my brothers and sisters. And I knew that if we had done the work, because when we put Lisa in that seat, they say we send a lamb to the slaughter. A man who doesn't understand why period poverty is something you must deal with, you call that man somebody who can slaughter anybody? But we showed them. And they can talk and they can rant. But Lisa is the member of parliament for Castries Southeast. And in our system, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. You can talk, you can go on Facebook, you can do whatever you want. But you know why it's strong? In the ballot box. That's why it's strong. And they can do whatever they want. We're strong in the ballot box. This election, I got 4,000 votes, more than the last time. And I'll say it again, it'll get me vexed next time again, 5,000. Because, you see, these people, they harass us for 5 years. They attack us. They say things about us. They all kind of pictures, all kind of things. Police come and take me. FBI take me and Hilaire in a plane. A fellow go and he say, he see that, you know. A man say, he see that. I mean, a man say, he see a plane come and take me, Hilaire, and a partner, put them in a plane and take them to Washington. A man say, you see that. These guys, and you know what hurts me? Sometimes they accuse the Labour Party of a party of hatred. You ever, any of us in our party, talk hatred? In the last campaign, we won the election on our performance. We were the only party that could put a book out of saying that is what we did for the people of Saint Lucia. And that is what we won the election with. On our performance, we delivered to the people of Saint Lucia. And I'll tell you something, if you want to see delivery, is look for the next 4 years. Because our aim is to make Saint Lucia the best place to live and work in the Caribbean. That is where we are going. So we're going to make business easier for Saint Lucians. We're going to make education more accessible to Saint Lucians. We are going to make healthcare more affordable to Saint Lucians. But you must play your part. You must improve on your productivity. You must improve on your commitment. You must improve on your discipline. You must improve on what makes Saint Lucia unique. Our discipline, a country that has produced Sir Derek Walcott and Sir Alfred, a country that has produced the best athletes, Darren Sammy, and even though sometimes he goes the other way, Rick Wayne. A party that has, a country that has produced these people. A country that has produced these people. We must salute them. And sometimes, we have to call a spade a spade. St. Lucia has produced some of the better athletes, some of the best athletes in the world. And even in our party, we have men who have done great things. Ernest, Hilaire, first-class honors. University of Oxford. Moses. These guys who don't talk, these men and women, each of them, Danny Butcher, a young man, put a sacrifice on the block. A doctoral student says, raise my hand and I will fight for the people of St. Lucia. Give Danny a round of applause. And the big N. You know, this guy is a unique guy. This guy ran an election after an accident. And he's stuck in. And you know, they ridiculed him. The same way they try to ridicule me. A man like me, I win 7 elections. You want to ridicule me still? I win 7 elections. I'm a master at winning elections because I'm a mystery. And I can say to you, this guy has a long way to go in politics. This guy has a long way to go in politics. And people make sacrifices for us all the time. Shanda in Miku South, Dr. Coulard, Chickastan Coulard, make her money. She put her hand up. And she says she's not perfect. She put her hand up and say, I want to represent the people of Miku South. And my sister, your time is coming. I lost once, and I won 7 times after that. Be patient. Be patient. Your time is coming. But before I go, they have two constituencies. When I go to sleep, I smile. I laugh. When I say, are you getting mad? Laugh, I laugh in the night. It's not mad, I getting mad. It's happy, I happy. Answer the canaries. This man promised to flog me. He, like his leader, promised to flog me. He says he will put me on the square and flog me. Who flog who? Who flog who? And I don't care what to say. Tonight I boasting. And you don't like me boasting? Tell them, put it in the pipe and I among my people, I boasting. I boasting. And I care what they say. Tonight I hot. I boasting. Because they do me enough things. They say enough things about me. They write enough things about my family. They say enough things about me. Tonight is my turn. Answer canaries. The guy said he'll flog me. Nobody said anything. Nobody spoke about hate. Nobody said he shouldn't say that. Nobody. They say it's politics. So he promised to flog me. I went to Parliament. I say, my job is to flog poverty. My job is to flog unemployment. My job is to flog crime. That's my job. But I had another job. My job was to make sure he come back in Parliament. I didn't tell them that. I didn't tell them that was my job. But you know what? I sat with Wayne, and I want to thank Pastor St. Rose and the brothers and sisters in Answer Canaries. Because sometimes we had to pull him up and say, let us work. Let us work. I know he was vexed sometimes. Sometimes he quarreled with me. I know that. Sometimes he say, I expose him. I know that too. But you know why I did that? If I did not do that, he would not have won by nearly 600 votes in Answer Canaries. And the man who promised to flog me, right now, he have to go in his rafter business. Promised to flog me. Nobody complain about that. The other one is the one in Soufrière. The one in Soufrière. The one in Soufrière spent 46 minutes and 47 seconds attacking me. He said all kind of things about me. I sat and I said nothing. They say, you know, the problem with me is I'm a mystery. They don't understand how I think. They don't understand how I work. And they don't understand the relationship I have with my colleagues. So the one in Soufrière, endless things about me. I should put skyscrapers in Marchand. I do nothing for Marchand. I'm useless. I'm autistic, all kind of things. But you know what happened? Emma was very quiet. Emma was very focused. So election day at 5 o'clock, they text in, we win Soufrière already, we win Soufrière already. Five o'clock in the afternoon, they text in, we win Soufrière already. But they did not know that according to Jugba, in their mouth. So the one in Soufrière, we beat him twice. And if he come again, we'll beat him thrice. Because they interfere with me first. I run my entire campaign. I work with my candidates But they attack me. Pierre. That's the best, comrade. So, my brothers and sisters, our party is on the right track. Our party is on the right track. And I can't forget Comrade Leo Clark. Because Leo Clark, I've never seen a man who can leave Castries and go to Soufrière and come back and go back to Soufrière the same day. Seriously, Leo does that. Leo does that. And I said to Comrade, you cannot drive that road by yourself all the time because of commitment. Because Leo understands that we must put the people of Saint Lucia first. So I'm proud of all the men and women in the Labour Party. I'm proud of Sister Virginia Poyet, who did not run the seat again, but who fought to make us win the seat. I am sure Virginia understands it is better to have Labour in power than the United Workers' Party. I'm sure Jack Henry understands that too. So when they try to divide us, you know, when we were dealing with our candidates, all kind of rumors, the hierarchy of the Labour Party, and this and that, and Pierre want this, and these people have been trying to put confusion between me and Kenny Anthony for ages. They've been trying, and they're not succeeding, but they're still trying. Trying to put confusion between me and Ernest Hilaire for more than ages. They continue. But I'll tell you something. When I cannot work with the men and women in the Labour Party, I know what to do. When I believe that they have no more confidence in me, I know what to do. All the men and women, the members of the executive, but particularly the people in Castries East, they have insulted these people. They have insulted them. People who vote for a man for 7 times, they say, what Pierre de Castries is every year. What Pierre de Castries is. Every year, they insult the people. They call them all kind of names. They call them lazy. One of them say, to play basketball, you must have a bulletproof vest. Say all kind of things about the people. They want to vote for them. But you know, the people of Castries East, I salute them. Because they know how, according to Hilaire, how we just deal. They know how we just deal. And nobody can interfere between me and the people of Castries East. So let them dream. The last one that come, first thing he do, he report me to the the man ain't got 1 vote yet, you know. He ain't got 1 vote yet. The first thing he do, he report me to the special prosecutor. So you want to jail me? Why? Because me and Claudius Francis and the AG, they say we went to court with Hilaire. So he report me to the special prosecutor. I say nothing. The next thing he do, he report me to the Integrity Commission. He said I stop him from getting a job. Man, I didn't even know the guy, you know. I didn't even know the guy. Honestly, on my mother's grave, I did not know the guy. I didn't know him. But he reported me, write a long letter. He write a long letter in all his English he get from AI. Write all kind of thing. I said nothing. Open an office. Well, this guy is ready to think of me already, you know. One of them open an office next to my home, up my drive. Nobody complained. But I live to see the day when I see him carrying a chair, leaving. I see that day. The other one opened the office next door. because I live among my people. So I got my veranda, I seen 3 flags. 3 flags, 2 yellow and 1 Saint Lucia flag. Provoking me. Have a meeting next to my home. Pierre. I ain't saying nothing. But I lived the day when I saw, apart from winning every box, he got 4 votes in 1 box. Let me tell you how you count 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 in 1 box. Tell them, put it in the pipe and... Because my brothers and sisters, excuse me, because I had to exile. And when next, the best place to exile than among the people of labor. So let them attack me. I know they'll go crazy on Facebook. They'll go crazy. But my back is... I can take it. I've taken the worst from them. And I've succeeded. I've been victorious. I've won. We have won. And because of you, I've won. So I have to excel with you. But we have to get back to the business of running the country. We have to get back. And this budget is the beginning of the continued transformation of this country to make Saint Lucia the best place to live and work. This budget. It's difficult times. We know our friends are under pressure. Our friends are under pressure. But it's difficult times. Difficult times. All our friends are under pressure because the world has changed. The world is changing. And anytime you get up in the morning, you're not sure what's going to happen tomorrow. But I want to say to my friends, together we will conquer. Together we will achieve. Together we will ensure that we have the best lives for the people of our country. That is our historic mission. Our historic mission is to improve the lives of the people of Saint Lucia. All the people of Saint Lucia. And when they say the Labour Party is not a party of business, we have given the most incentives to business in the history of Saint Lucia. And Hilaire, with the combination, and I haven't even spoken about, but I won't speak about it tonight, how we've configured the ministries. We've configured the ministries with tourism and commerce. We can have the ease of business. We can have it easier for people to exercise their entrepreneurial skills by putting tourism and commerce together. And my youth economy, I have given it to my trusted colleague by watching him. Because when we started the youth economy, I want to thank Ernest for that. Tax on youth economy, that vision was something that people thought I was mad. What youth economy are you talking about? They have youth thing at SLDB. They have youth thing at agriculture. What youth economy are you talking about? The vision of causing young people to turn their hobbies into entrepreneurship and their skills into business by supporting them. That vision was clear in my mind. And now, more than 1,000 young people have started their businesses because of the youth economy. And we're going to continue that. We're going to continue it. And the youth economy, working in the Ministry of Trade and Commerce, we will form a niche for young businessmen. And the creatives. And Ernest and I have spoken about the creative industry. And you heard T.C. Brown. There is no reason why St. Lucia cannot produce a Bob Marley. There is no reason why St. Lucia can't produce if we have the talent. But we have to nurture it. We have to fund it. We have to have confidence in it. We have to ensure that they are also disciplined. Discipline is the key. If you are creative, you must understand, you must be disciplined, you must be principled, you must practice, you must hone your skills, and you must be patient. And that is where we are going. So my sisters, my brothers, I want to thank you. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I want to thank you because I know sometimes you believe that you are being treated like the underdog. But you're not. Because if what we are doing was not good, we will not have done as well as we did in the last election. We are not perfect. I am not perfect. I make mistakes. Of course I make mistakes. And if I ever made a mistake that affected you, I want to apologize publicly to you. I never get up in the morning with any intention to do harm to anybody, not even those that attack me every day and every night. Because you know what I say? Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. So I never get up with any malice in my heart. All my strength, all my energy is to improve the life of the people of Saint Lucia. And I want to thank you for carrying that vision. You, first of all, the candidates, then the executive, then the delegates here with you this afternoon, and the people of labor. 55,000 of you, you increased our seats and you increased our percentage of votes. I want to thank you for that. I will work for you. We will work for you. This is a team effort. A team. We are a team. And we'll have disagreements, but our motive is always to assist the people of St. Lucia. And the two independents who have joined us in our cabinet, we always say to them, putting people first. And they have understood that, and we work together as a team. Keeping our eye on the prize, remaining focused, and what they don't like to hear, we are protecting the victory. Let him hear loud. What are we doing? We are protecting the victory. And if we didn't protect that victory, we will not where we are today. So I thank everybody. Thank you, the press. Thank you, all the people who put this conference together. Everybody, the ushers, the parliamentary rep for CHOISEUL, thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for the general secretary. Thank you for everyone, the press, everyone who put this conference together. Thank you to our guests who braved the weather and who came to be with us. We thank you very much. We love you. We understand your struggles and we are working with you. Thank you very much. My sisters, my brothers, let's continue to celebrate. You understand? If I was a father that used to drink, but let's continue to celebrate. Don't let them, never let them make us hang our head. Never. Let's be firm, let's be disciplined, let's be committed, and make Saint Lucia the best place to live and work in the region. I thank you very much.
So sisters and brothers, we have a gentleman here who has a token from the constituency of CHOISEUL Saltibus.
Comrade, thank you so much. My comrade, my brother from Times. You're welcome. This, yes.
Aye, aye, aye. Ah, working. Oh, yeah, yo. Mama, boy. He came into office, Prime Minister Pierre, to clean out the mess. Just let them focusing on his work.
One.
Just because he can.
Comrades, brothers and sisters, very quickly. This is a symbol right here, created by me. Peter Philip read some CHOISEUL right here. To the Prime Minister for his great victory on January 1, 2025. This is to remind us and the rest of the world how great a leader we have and how great a party we have in the Saint Lucia Labour Party. Thank you.
Thank you very much, comrade. Thank you very, very much.
DJ.
Mr. DJ.
Aye, aye, aye.
Oh, yes. Aye, aye, aye. It is very true. Our government is still working. Aye, aye, aye. He came into office, Prime Minister Pierre, to clean out the mess. Just left there, focusing on his work, just because he cares. Now Lucians are real happy with the state of affairs. He gave civil servants 40 million to the public servants. He's the champion. Payment to the teachers for their school supplies. 500 for contractors. Now they're satisfied. My government working, they on the right track. My government working, just can't deal with that. My government working as civil servants. My government working, they got what they want. Why? Yes, even my waist work. It is very true. The government is working very hard. They keep working. They keep working. Aye, aye, aye. Bam, bam, boy. Listen. Interventions they made. New minimum wage. Sports facilities. Repair all of these. New commissioner. Yes, he put up there. Now the police cannot say government don't care. Youth economy spearheaded by he. He's suppressed by some Caribbean could see. Throughout the region, they in love with people. Touching every Lucian life, that's the man to keep. My government working, they on the right track. My government working, just can't deal with that. My government working as civil servants. My government working, they got what they want. Why? Yes, man. This is a good Conference of Delegates. Yes, man. Supporting the Labour Party is a great thing. I tell you, the government working. Listen, through the Caribbean, we hear all around. Our economy grew by leaps and bounds. Chassis passa point, y passa copan. Mande couvert masala, kabay koyogam. Minister Hilaire did his work at jazz. It is very clear, the best we've ever had. Finally Soleil, set for all to see. Just they walking in the dark, it's some flub up we. My government working, they on the right track. My government working, just can't deal with that. My government working, as civil servants. My government working, they got what they want. My government working, they on the right track. My government working, just can't deal with that. My government working, as civil servants. My government working, they got what they want. Thank you. It was a good Conference of Delegates today. And we have to keep positive. Keep positive. Know that your government working.